A very good afternoon. I hope all is doing fantastic, guys. It is TDME Crypto Decrypted, brought to you by Ashley Reeve. Guys, I'll be presenting here this afternoon. This is our additional trading room that we have put in place. Obviously, we are so amped to be here. We must remember, guys, the information that we discuss in this video is opinion and should not be construed as advice in any way. Once again, what a pleasure being with you here this afternoon. It is 1 minute after 2. We're going to go for a couple of minutes here. We want to firstly start off. All right, guys, let's get moving with this session here. TD Markets Exchange, the crypto division of TD Markets, where we bring you derivatives, all derivatives here, guys. Well, all of them are derivatives, and we will be explaining some of it. This is our third live stream here, guys, our third live stream on TD Markets or for the TD Markets Exchange, and we want to try and bring some more information. We would like to obviously get into some of the charting. There's obviously a lot to discuss in terms of, what the crypto market is looking like at this point in time. Obviously, there is an opportunity, like I'm seeing with the Trump altcoin here. There could be something for Ash right here. Michael, I see you online as well. A very good afternoon. Also, guys, just another reminder, the TDME Crypto Decrypted is running every Friday at 2 o'clock. Every Friday at 2 o'clock, we are starting our crypto sessions, our education sessions. Please make sure that you do email care@tdmarkets.com. They will then, our support team will provide you with the information, the links that is associated with those classes. That is Mondays to Fridays, 11:30 a.m. That's the first one. And then you obviously have your 1 o'clock session as well. That will also take place. That's 1300 hours. And that will be Mondays to Fridays. All right. Mondays to Fridays at 11:30 a.m. as well as 1 p.m. But let's get started, guys. You should have received some information on ZARK. Very important one here for us at TD Markets Exchange, guys. ZARK, the ZARK coin. You will obviously learn more about what ZARK coin is as we do go, on with these sessions as well as the education. But just to give you a bit of a synopsis here, guys, it is the digital version of the South African rand, or at least ZARK is a digital version of the South African rand. It's fast, it's safe, it costs almost nothing to use, guys, and you can send and receive money instantly here, anytime and anywhere. And so, what we mean by digital rand is, guys, ZARK or the ZARK coin is rand backed. It's rand backed. It has a 1-to-1 peg, a 1-to-1. So one ZARK is one rand is one ZARK, and it's built with a global technology through a partnership that TD Markets has, Stellar Development Foundation, and obviously with this partnership, it's making the entire model reliable, and extremely secure. Now, just before we get into some of the charts over there, I'm going to show you some of our TD Markets exchange platform. There's a lot of reasons why many people love the ZAR coin. All right, number one, it's fast, guys. Like I mentioned, you can send and receive money instantly. It's not hours or days. We're talking seconds. Okay, low cost. The transactions, they cost almost nothing. It's safe and it's trusted. Every ZARC is backed by that real rand. In reserve, as mentioned, it's extremely transparent. That's what TD, stands for. And obviously, it's very, very easy to use. As we do go along, we're going to get to some of this so you understand. You get a simple dashboard. There's a wallet for it as well. We're going to go through some of this, especially in our classes that we have Mondays to Fridays. You're going to see there's going to be quite a bit of content for you guys to consume. They're not only about the crypto space, but also about how to use our features and so forth. And obviously, guys, instant conversions are happening. Swap the ZARC to other currency. You can do it on the TDME exchange. And that's going to be very, very important. And I mean, you can actually use it or have it for real world use. You can pay, you can trade, you can send money, you can run your business. You can literally use the TDME exchange as an online payment system. And that is extremely powerful. We are definitely pioneering at this point in time as far as TD Market is concerned. Michael, I see you there. Beautiful. I agree. Nice to see you as well. So, guys, just a little bit of, on that ZARC, let's get into some of the information regarding the crypto. Let's look at the market itself. Ash is looking at Trump here, the Trump USDT. I'm looking to get into a position here. I'm going to buy about 4 quantities of the Trump versus USDT, the Trump coin. But I'm going to explain all of that to you guys. But before that, let's just understand a little bit what's happening around the world. All right. So the crypto at this point in time, if you go to many of the cryptos, you're going to see there's a lot of highlights. They would say that crypto has crashed. So far, Ash doesn't believe it's crashed. There's obviously been a lot of sell-off. All right, a lot of downside, and that's for reasons. All right. Now it's dropped about 9% in about 24 hours. And over the past week, it's down 15%. But that doesn't mean that that's a bad thing, because when price pushes low, it provides opportunities. And, if you do look at our previous session we had last week, I mentioned to you guys, all depending on your trading style and your portfolio, you can use the crypto derivative space here with us for hedging. All right. It's an absolute beautiful asset to use for that. You can use the MT4, MT5, and you can obviously put some cash into the exchange that you see in front of you right there and just leave it. Basically, you can partially take profits there, take out some cash and put in some more. There's various coins to actually go buy, and I'm going to show that in a second. At this point in time, because we are obviously and have launched the TDME and obviously the exchange, we're obviously bringing a lot of awareness to our online platform. And as you can see, we have a trading view here for all the guys that are into trading view. You can obviously extend it if you'd like, and I think that's going to be a very important one when you are trading. When I say extend, I'm saying you can expand it, and in expanding it, you can then obviously look at a little bit more data pushing back. It's quite similar to what you'll find on the MT4, MT5. It's just here we're pushing the trading view. All right, now, with this specific push to the downside, people are a bit scared. There is a bit of fear here and there, and this is some of the reasons why. About 983 million US dollars in crypto bets trades were liquidated, and they were mostly longs, buys. Think of it as people, that had some money, they traded the price, had the analysis that price is going to go up. But the price obviously fell, so they obviously got kicked out of those trades. They were liquidated, and this caused more selling, and this obviously now makes the price fall even faster. All right, and so markets are then nervous about the economy because Bitcoin is moving closely with the stock market now. That's your indices, guys, your US 30, your NAS 100. Many people are attributing the Bitcoin to have similarities with the tech stocks, which is absolutely valid. There's a correlation there. Now, the chances of the US cutting those interest rates dropped, and this is also creating nerves, guys. And then you have Japan's stimulus, which weakened the yen. It's adding extra uncertainty, and stocks are falling, guys. S&P 500 down to 2.3% this week, which drags the crypto down as well. So crypto is in a feedback loop. There's a lot of panic selling, more price drops, maybe a bit more fear and a repeat, that could come from it. But key levels to watch on Bitcoin, guys, 83,000. If I do go to the BTC USDT, you'll see it right there. Just give it a chance to load. We're at 82 now. So that 83 you can see is something that you can look out for. Look at that. 82, we had mentioned this to the guys that we are seeing Bitcoin come through and push to the 88. It's gone even lower. So it's a very interesting one at this point in time. But like I said, I'd like to, go into a little bit more of the Trump coin there, guys. Obviously, we have quite a few here. Undo USDT. We got Solana. We have the WOOF or the WIF. We got the Ripple XRP. There's Dogecoin. There's quite a few here, but let's just get to that Trump real quickly, guys. As an example here to show you guys, I currently have the daily frame in place here right now. If you look at the daily frame, we are pushing to the downside at this point in time. Now, what's going to be very important here is for us to notice the following: that at the 4.16 area is a zone where many of the guys could look at it from a psychological angle, yeah. And if price does descend to that area, then obviously we're looking for some buys in that zone. Right now, price is still extending a little bit further down to. I'd like for it to just touch the 5.21 area. If it can touch that 5.21 area, I'm going to have a better understanding of what could possibly happen over here. And that would put me in a position to make a decision. Now, if that 82 on Bitcoin, or if Bitcoin pushes down further, which is the case right now, there's a very big chance that what we're looking at, we could see some further downside with the rest of those coins as well. It's going to be a very, very important one. And one of the questions that one needs to ask when you look at the broader crypto market here, guys, and just for interest sake, just what happened from an ETF and crypto market update. Big withdrawals from the US spot Bitcoin price. The November total outflows was about 3.79 billion, basically a new record. Crypto overall dropped 9.8% in 24 hours, like I mentioned just now, between 9 and 15. And then you have some very big whales that are obviously selling. You have your Black Rocks, you have your Grayscale, you have your Fidelity. These guys are out. BlackRock is about 355.5 million out. So it's really, really interesting. And why does this matter, guys? Because obviously large outflows from multiple funds suggest the institutions are reducing their exposure, not just a single fund problem. But one of the important things that we cannot forget at this point in time, that even although there is this massive sell-off, there are guys that's waiting at the bottom of these areas here now, and that includes funds. So if I go back to the BTC, you're going to see it right there. Now, this is a daily frame. If I switch to the 4-hour time frame, I must mention to you guys, there are many traders that will be trading this in a different way, okay? The first thing that they're going to be looking at, they're going to be looking at position holding. So many guys will get in at this price over here because price is close to a support area right now. So many guys will be looking at some longs here, and it will be extremely, extremely easy just to do that. If I were to put in a specific or another position within Bitcoin or BTC USD, I want you to focus your attention really to the right-hand side here, guys. All right. Now, because Ash knows that this is a very important support over here. All right. There are many guys that were pushing in some longs over there. Now, when you look at our exchange, you're going to find that you have your quantities that you are obviously looking to buy, whether that is one whole Bitcoin or 100th of a Bitcoin or 10th or 1,000th of a 10,000 of a Bitcoin. There are different ways or at least volumes or quantities that you will be purchasing it. And not only that, the leverage associated with it. Think of the leverage as a power multiplier. All right, so you have a bit more buying power when you increase your leverage. You'll see now as I decrease my leverage, look at this. So you'll see as I go closer to the 1-to-1 ratio, the 1-to-1 Bitcoin, you'll see that the value of it 82.2620. Now the great thing about the derivatives is that you can control, with a smaller amount, a pretty decent position. And so this is the 1-to-1 leverage. But the great thing is you guys are paying absolutely next to nothing when it comes to the leverage as you do multiply. Look at that. So the 9 times leverage here, the value right now is 82.23. All right. However, the margin that I will be placing or putting into the market would be 9, all right, USDT. In this point, it would be 6. And here, just give it a bit of 5. It will be 5.47 USDT that I'd be using to buy at this specific zone. Now, what you can do, guys, and this I've seen many times across, you can always look at what different psychological levels are currently at play. Right now, we have the psychological level in Bitcoin between 80,000 and 76,000. That is the actual psychological levels right now. Now, the great thing about this is that should it go to that specific area, it was a previous zone of where price actually pushed to the upside. All right. So if I go to my daily here, and I want you to see this. This was a previous zone. So right there, the 82. All right. We could see price started pushing up from there already. It goes as low as that 76. All right, as low as the 76, which is roughly around here. So price could possibly push all the way to 76. Now, look at that massive push there. Now, from a structure perspective, you guys know how we roll with structure already. All right, every structure has to have the lows. It has to have lower highs, lower lows, and so forth. This is the next lower low here. So from this specific area, there is a lower high that could possibly push to the upside. Now, if you were to open up a position of, let's say, about 5.47 USDT, that's about 1,000 of a Bitcoin there that I'm purchasing here, guys. Right at that level over there, you'll see I currently have open positions here. I got Ether, I've got Doge, and this obviously came from the sell-off that had happened here, which to the reasons that I've mentioned a couple of minutes ago. Now, once you have this in place, pretty simple. You have put your quantity, you have your leverage, you know the value, and you understand what margin you actually be using at this point in time. All right. So if I do click, you'll see that I've actually opened up a position. The Bitcoin order has been successful, and you can see it now appears right there on my open positions. That's how simple this really is. The other thing that makes the platform so powerful is the margin level area here. You can clearly see your portfolio and the health thereof. So at this point in time, the amount of funds that I've utilized is that it shows that my entire portfolio is still in an excellent condition. And we emphatically state here, guys, that once you reach the 50%, which is roughly around this orange area here, that's a margin call. A margin call is very simply the exchange telling you, listen, get engaged with your portfolio. You may need to deposit some extra funds because you do not want to be liquidated, which happens at the 30%. Liquidation is basically where the largest losses on your account, or at least your positions, gets pulled out of the market automatically. It acts like a safety net. That safety net is very important, and that's what we offer to our clients. Guys, there are people out there that don't have any safety nets. They come back and they've got nothing left in their account. The great thing about TDME is that there is a safety net, and at 30% you get liquidated, and then obviously it carries on with the rest of your positions. All right. Yes, that's under the fees. That is exactly the fees such as that you will incur, and that is for Mari Mo. I hope I got it. Is it Edmund? No, sorry, it's Edmund. There we go. That's the fees that you're gonna that you will incur. All right, Edmund. That's the fees that you're going to incur. We've really put it in place where we really would love to make this so affordable, attainable for many of the guys. Because you know what, Edmund, Jules, 98,000 BTC. All right, we're talking big whales like BlackRock, Grayscale. Yes, yes, yes. Yes. All right, Edmund. BlackRock, Grayscale, Fidelity. These guys are pushing big numbers. All right. So that's why we are offering, well, the derivatives so that the guys can obviously get to a place whether you have your 10 USDT, you have your 50 USDT, or you also have your rands that you can obviously, operate in. It's important that you know that it is affordable. And that's very, very important right now. Just from a market context perspective, why are we not only pushing BTC but altcoins in general, guys, is because Bitcoin, for 58%, is the dominance that Bitcoin holds within the crypto market, guys. All right. It's still very strong compared to the altcoins. All right. Um, Heavy ETF withdrawals. Obviously, there's more selling pressure in crypto. And guys, some of these things, guys, you will see, we will be discussing many things in the classes. Hence, I say Mondays to Fridays, that is at 11:30 a.m. and at 1 o'clock. All right. And that will be pushed every single day. And we'll be discussing a whole lot more. This is obviously a trading room where we want to demonstrate, we want to show you guys how the platform works in real time and so forth. As you can see, I've got 3 of them open at this point. But many of these things or these topics, we'll be discussing them in more detail. Example, if you are looking to understand, from a derivative perspective, what a derivative is, obviously from an educational standpoint, going through slides of what a perpetual derivative is, we need more time for that. All right, and simply, it is just a specific contract. It's a financial tool. It allows you to get into a place where you are either placing a buy or a sell. It doesn't have any expiration date, guys. All right, you can hold it as long as you want, and you can profit if that price goes up or down. So that's very important. And obviously, with derivatives, you have your leverage, you have your hedging. These things are absolutely possible. But again, this will be discussed in our sessions when we're having our education. All right. A little bit more on the specific platform, guys. You can also directly, from a payment perspective, this is something that our support team at TDME will definitely chat to you about, from paying specific invoices and so forth can be done right here. You have different wallets that you can actually activate over here as well on the TDME exchange, guys. Quite a few. There's Cardano here, USDT, Avalanche, Doge, Polkadot, Ether, Chainlink, Solana, XRP, and we got the ZOC as well. Guys, just so you do know, there is currently a competition that is running with us at TD, guys. It's basically for you to claim some ZARK coin there. The first 1,000 people to make a trade on TDME will get 50 ZARK coins, or at least 50 ZARK. That is equivalent to 50 Rand, because one ZARK is 1 Rand. Don't miss the opportunity, guys. It's very, very important. It's also for you to know that this is not just about trading derivatives from the standpoint of getting into a trade. No, it's more than that. It's a payment system that you can utilize. So at this point, guys, I have a position running on BTC. I have a position running on Ether. I've got one on Doge. All right, let's get into Solana over here. I'd like to see where the Solana price is at this point in time. And remember, guys, you can always push this over the weekend as well. No hassle, no fuss whatsoever. Look at the Solana as well. Look at that. Let me go to the weekly so you guys can see. So we're pushing down at this point. Now, what's going to be interesting here, guys, you can hedge it, obviously. There's some guys that's going to come in with some selling. And if we continue to see the sell-off over here, you can actually put in not only one, but you can have some pending orders. This is where you'll go, the limit GTC. All right, that's where you'll go, your limit price, where you'd like to get in. All right. And then obviously you will be executing it exactly the same way. You have to put your quantities in. There's leverage associated with it. It will then obviously ask you, mention what the value, what the used margin is. And also for the position, you can place a take profit and a stop loss. That's absolutely possible. So it's going to be your quantities, your Solana quantities. That will obviously be from a percentage perspective, how much you're going to put in your price. Is it at 122? You're going to increase your leverage and you'll find, look at that, $1 or at 1.55 USDT. It's absolutely amazing what we're doing right now. So we want to try and capitalize on this, guys. The Solana price is still dropping. Most cryptos are dropping here, guys. We're going to see over the weekend, we might get a bit of support. Obviously, you know, as I've mentioned to you, that we're seeing a lot of the push happen with the tech stocks, particularly, you know, looking at Bitcoin. You can go and correlate the NAS 100. You can go and correlate the US 30. You can go and correlate the S&P 500, which means you can switch to your MetaTrader 5 that is also with TD, guys, with your your trading account with the MetaTrader 5, and you are then able to you know, look and correlate what's happening, and then obviously push forward on the TDME platform, and then execute those trades over there. So what's going to be critical then for us to move on to here, guys, is understanding that TDME has quite a few foundational pillars here that we are pushing. It's not only about the system, even although the system is your bread and butter at the end of the day. This is where you're going to be making your cash, yeah. But you must also understand the philosophy, the, you know, how the model or what inspires our model here at TDME, guys. And there's a few. Number one is education. You guys know we're massive on education. The second thing is ethics, all right, obviously guided by the FSCA, compliance. Our transparency and responsibility is at the forefront. We are obviously leading in innovation, guys. We want to make sure that you guys understand how to use our platforms. So let me go back and say again, this is our third trading session, all right, third live trading session. We are definitely making a lot of momentum and waves. You know, even in our third session, there's questions. There's a lot of guys that are coming and saying, how do I get involved? So that should be you too. All right. We obviously are looking to build a lot of relationships, and you can do that, guys. All right, via our referral system. You can do that. All right. And so what you'll do is you will open up a TDME account. Obviously, because you are with us, guys, you will log into your account. You'll click on referrals, generate a referral link right here, and you can send that to whoever you'd like to join. And what's fantastic, you can track your referrals, obviously, and there's obviously rewards that does come with that as well. So it's a fantastic place from a relationship perspective. You know, relationships do go two ways, and we understand that you may be paying one USDT, 5 USDT with us here, but from a relationship perspective, we are making it two ways, where you can obviously you know, get remunerated for what you are bringing to the table. And not only that, guys, excellence. I think that's one of the things that many guys you know, don't really focus on that much when it comes to a business model. Excellence is one of the key things. And from a business standpoint, when people see that you are excellent in what you do, they want to be more associated, isn't it so? And so that is why the platform has been designed in the way it has, ensuring a lot of professional grade quality. Every touch point there is professional grade. All right. Now, lastly here, guys, maybe just to mention to you guys, just from a reminding perspective, care@tdmarkets.com. care@tdmarkets.com. We have a super support team. They will be in touch with you. Please email them and make sure that in the subject header, crypto, TDME, or TDME crypto, they will ensure that your information is generated through the, well, firstly generated and then funneled through the proper channels, so you can get in and locked in with our derivative platform over here. Then they will also be supplying you with a link, that is the classrooms, the educational sessions. It will be online via Zoom, guys. Make sure that you fund your account, because what we've seen is that there's many students. I mean, the academy has trained thousands of students now, guys, since inception. And that's across different countries, guys. We're not just talking or speaking South Africa here, yeah? Across the world. And what's very important about that, we've seen many times over now, all right, through thousands of students, when we teach, they are so inspired, they want to get into a trade. Now, whilst we don't offer financial advice, we cannot. We cannot tell you, do this, do that, trade here, do that, but our education is so simple, so comprehensive and concise that you're able to become independent, and you are able to make that decision independently. And many of our students, guys, many of them, they want to get into the trades right there in the sessions. All right. It happened over and is still happening all the time. You can also get in with us at Discord. All right, guys. We are definitely in a Discord as well. We are pushing through and making sure that our community becomes robust. We want to make sure that everybody is on point and they understand what they need to do. So from a Discord perspective, you can also join us, guys. I actually just want to get that for you guys as well. That link on the Discord. All right, that link should be coming in a few seconds right here. That's our Discord link. Ladies and gentlemen, get in with our Discord. We are looking forward to you. We'll make sure that you are welcomed. All right, so that's the Solana price at this point, guys. Many of them are really just pushing to the downside. If I were to do the opposite here, if I look at the Bitcoin price, let me actually go to BTC USDT, and then I can just show you the hedging ability here. All right, so we're looking to go maybe 76295. You just simply click over right over there, as you can see here. And so what's going to be very important is that you also look at the technical aspect here. So let me just put a horizontal line. So let's say I was to close this position over here. Look at this. So if I were to close it, as easy as exiting. There we go. So it's as easy as this, guys. As easy as this. I've now exited the BTC. And if I'd like to take a short, remember you can switch it over there, either long or short. Let's keep it at 5.42 USDT as well. I'm going to be purchasing exactly the same quantity there and click on short. And you can see it has now pushed to the downside over there. There's the BTC USDT. There we go. All right. So what's fantastic about this, if you switch over to the MT5, you have two platforms running. You can go long on the one, you can go short on the other. Hence, I say hedging it would be fantastic. It always gives you a bit more opportunity, especially if you're holding a position long on one of the other platforms. You know, whilst price is actually selling off, you can actually have a short in there whilst the one on the other side is long. So it's a very, 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 very important one. Okay. All right. Not a problem. Thank you very much for that. Thank you for that. There we go. It should be there now. It should be there now. Let's see. It should be there now. Let me know if it's there, guys. It should be there. There we go. It should be there. Edgar, it should be there now. There we go. Yeah, it was probably just a glitch there. All right. So, as mentioned to you guys, from a short perspective, I've just gone short here with BTC right over there. And I basically switched over from long to short. From long to short. Value 81.499, and it only cost me 5.43 USDT. That's basically what it cost me over there. And obviously, from a P&L perspective, guys, you're seeing your positions that's running in terms of how healthy they are or unhealthy. But I mean, unhealthy is all, it's also contextual and it's subjective. Right now, the crypto market is correcting, so you're going to see much bigger numbers here with the longs. But when that correction is done and we start ascending again, these ones should then shape up. All right, that's going to be key there. That's going to be key. All right, but guys, we are extremely excited. This is our third TDME live trading room. It's going to get better, meaning that we will definitely have quite a bit more guys that is really getting interested from trading the derivative side. All right, because I know that there's many guys that are pushing through on the gold, on the silver, the FX side. And whilst there's nothing wrong with that, we must understand, guys, that crypto has definitely knocked on the door. And there is a lot of evolution in terms of how much impact it's making in the actual market now, with the US even looking at introducing those taxes there. That's going to be a very interesting one. We'll be dealing more with those kind of regulations, not necessarily from the authority perspective, but what you need to know, just like you would know for oil, for gold, for silver. We'll be dealing with more of that in the classes, where we chat about the environment itself. Example, which countries are really for it, which countries are still a little bit, not as much enthusiastic as the others. But for the most part, it is the major countries, all right, the first world countries, all right, that's having a lot to say about it. And we are obviously in the loop. We are jumping ahead as well as TD markets. Hence, we have produced the exchange for all our clients. So it's MT4, it's MT5 from the FX side, but we have the derivative side of the crypto on TDME. All right, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the session here. This is our third live stream. Don't forget, care@tdmarkets.com. Our Discord channel is in the chat facility as well. Please join us again next week, Friday. There will be more information as we do go along. Also, Mondays to Fridays, our crypto classes. That is at 11:30 in the morning, and at 1300 hours, that's 1 o'clock in the afternoon. That's when we'll be having those educational sessions where we go into some of the more specific things regarding the specific asset. All right. Have a fantastic one, guys. It was an absolute pleasure joining you again for the second time here with TD Markets Exchange, TDME, the crypto division of TD Markets. We are looking forward to chatting to you guys again. Have a fantastic Friday, a very good weekend. And remember, guys, the crypto doesn't sleep. The crypto continues over the weekend. So make sure that you check it out. Email care@tdmarkets. See you guys very soon. Ciao, ciao now.